So the quick answer to the question would be understand that the two most important things for you to grab are branding and constituency. So you as a filmmaker are the strategic brand, and your projects, each one as they come along, are your product brands, and the people involved with those projects are your collaborative or affiliate brands. And you need to leverage each one as much as you possibly can without exhausting your relationship with your audience. So identify who your constituencies are. Are they collaborators or are they audience? Then break down what part of that constituency are they. If they're collaborators, are they cast and crew? Are they investors? Are they potential distributors? And target them accordingly. And then connect with them through the right channel. You need to think where you can begin to establish that brand. And that should include a YouTube channel, a Vimeo channel, Twitter feed. Develop a Facebook page only when you have something worth following. But establish that page as your page, not the film's page. Your Facebook page can then link to the YouTube clips of behind-the-scenes footage during production and other content around the web. Your website and your Facebook page, those are portals. I said that earlier. The former acts perhaps as a central clearinghouse and starting point. And the latter, the Facebook page, is sort of a personal diary and launch pad to dynamic content that you'll see throughout the net. Consider inserting a Wibia toolbar, that's W-I-B-I-Y-A, at the bottom of your website, so that all your Twitter feeds, your Facebook page, and other social feeds can all be present dynamically to anyone who connects with you that way. Anybody who comes across any of those brands is a potential constituent of one sort or another. I defy you to identify one person who could not fit into one of those constituency buckets I mentioned earlier. So your website should have a partners section, which updates according to the need. It should also have contact info for potential investors. Your investor might present themselves at any time during pre-pro, production, distribution, whenever. You don't know when they're going to come along. You have to be ready for them. You have to invite them to provide their info, in return for which you'll provide your strategic business plan for the project. You then call them. The phone is part of social media. You don't want to be sending them your business plan just because they sent you their info. What you're trying to do is get a meeting. An email back and forth is not social media. And media engagement is about using media to engage with your target in an open and collaborative fashion. So you need to think of social media and the internet and the web as just another part of your tool set. If you're a carpenter, you're going to have a great hammer that you got 10 years ago mixed with some screwdrivers that you got 4 years ago mixed. Each tool was the best tool you found for your need, and you brought them together into your toolbox, which is constantly evolving. The same thing applies to the web, the internet, and other forms of emerging media. Use them as your need evolves, but the first thing you need to do is identify what it is that you have to sell. We are all salespeople, and your project isn't the only thing you're selling. So as a filmmaker, whilst you're making your film, understand that you're constantly introducing new, exciting products into the store of you, the brand of you. Use Quora to answer questions about filmmaking. So long as your answers are good ones, you'll build your credibility. Use Twitter to stream short activity notices. And so long as you can write catchy headlines and take interesting snapshots, you build a following of people who get something out of your tweets. They could be humorous, a la Conan O'Brien. They could be technically insightful or simply eloquent and inspirational. Post-production stills on Flickr and upload your 10 most compelling pages of script to Scribed. Write some guest articles on Huffington Post, depending on if you feel that you're a good writer. If something happens that seems out of the ordinary, get it on Fark or imboard.com or links.com, because if it goes viral, you're golden. Understand that every piece of content that you generate has the opportunity to help promote your brand as a filmmaker or your product brand, i.e. your project. And you need to manipulate it and leverage it accordingly. It's not something that happens overnight. Social media marketing, media engagement is a commitment. It's not a campaign. So don't think you'll get results overnight. That's not how it works.